Nevada levels. Out of the 3 locations that you get to choose the order in which you do them, this is the final one. And this is going to be a split stream today. So I'm hoping to get at least the first level done in this stream and then the rest in the other. Maybe get 2 missions done in this stream and then the rest in the other. We'll just see how we go. And it might take a bit longer, of course, because I'm also doing the whole show the locations and show the things in the old school graphics versus the new school graphics as well. So that's the plan for the stream. Hey there, Sephiroth. I hope it's going well. Excellent, Shaky. Glad to have you here. You going good, Mr. Gote? Excellent. And no, shit, sorry, I haven't as yet, Mr. Gote. Had a lot of stuff that I was doing, so... But I'll definitely get back to you on that. What do French people call the internet? Wi-Fi. Nice one. So there's a path that you can take through this part where you take a lot of time to get somewhere. And I think it's by getting the key and going through that. But I'm going to do the other way. That should help save time. Oh, I'm doing really good, Mr. Gote. Things are going well today. Need to refresh my browser because it's saying I'm offline. There we go. That's better. In this version, Sephiroth, they're just collectibles. They don't give you any health benefit. Apparently, that was the original intent, someone was saying, but I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but apparently the original intent was to make it just a collectible before. Which is a shame, because I actually prefer it when it gives you health. It's a good way to conserve medipacks. And it can also be very, very good in a dire situation when you have one hit left and you really need to get past a section and you don't want to have to use a medipack. Or you might be in a situation where you don't have a medipack at all. Definitely came in handy. Even though there's areas I'm not going to be going through in gameplay, I'll still show them in photo mode. So this area is beyond that point I said where you get the key and you open up the door in the floor. There's a lot of items that you can pick up, ammo and stuff, but to save a bit of time, I'm not going to do that in this playthrough. Sephiroth, this level you remember pretty well. There are two paths to take, and there's one secret unique to each path for a total of four, regardless of which path you take. However, you can backtrack on one of the paths and end up on the other path and get the extra secret, which will make the stats tell you 5 out of 4 secrets at the end. Yeah. Last year to celebrate Tomb Raider 3's 25th, I did a playthrough where I got all the secrets so I could do the All Hallows level. And yeah, it is a bit confusing when you have the stat screen tell you you've got an extra secret than what the total number was put there for, you know. Sephiroth, haven't got to Tomb Raider 3 yet, still working through 2. That's cool. Yeah, I really like what they've done with these remasters. There's some things here and there, like in this game, not being able to get health from the crystal. But it's a weighing up of stuff. You know, it's like that may be something that shouldn't be the case, but is it enough for me to say this game sucks and that they've done a bad job with it? Of course not, but that would have been a nice to keep thing for this version, for Tomb Raider 3. 3 is your favorite though, so you're looking forward to it? Nice. That's the really good thing too, as well, with these remasters. If any one of them is your favorite, it gives you something really good to look forward to. Out of the first 3, number 2 is my favorite one. Favorite overall though, and I'm even including, you know, all the games in the series. I'd have to say that Last Revelation is my favorite one overall. Sephiroth 2 is your least favourite, but of all Tomb Raider games ever released, 3 will be your favourite, with 4 being a close second. Can't wait for them to do 4 Remastered. They pretty much hinted at it in Tomb Raider 2 and 3 that 4 is next on their list. Hopefully it's true. Yeah, I want to see it remastered as well, but, and don't get me wrong, Chronicles isn't like an amazing game or anything, but I hope they don't, exclude remastering Chronicles. And I'd also like a remaster of Angel of Darkness, so I hope they're not excluding those 2 games. I mean, maybe, maybe it's too big of a game to do that and the others as well. I'm not sure. You don't really care if you would hope they do 5 as well. You rather enjoyed that game despite it being the shortest Tomb Raider game of any Tomb Raider game. Yeah, the major thing I don't like about it is the Von Croy levels. If they weren't in it and they replaced them with something different, then that would have been better. I would have liked that more. You don't really care if they do a remaster of 6. That's fair enough. Sephiroth. If they do, obviously you'll get it and play it. But with 6 being an unfinished story already, a remaster isn't going to address that. Yeah, they had more story, but they didn't put it in, didn't have time, or they wanted to do a follow-up but never did. Hey Sheila, it's going not too badly, thank you. How about yourself? There we go. I knew it was behind a waterfall. I was starting to think that there was some glitch with the remastered version that wouldn't let me go through here in photo mode, which made me think, oh, maybe it's because there's nothing there. This is always a tricky friggin' piece of shit. There we go. There's been some glitches with this remaster where in photo mode, water will be put into an area that doesn't have water in it. And it confuses you because it's an area that can get water in it in gameplay. So then you go there thinking in photo mode you've seen it with water, and then you go in there and then there's no water. Then that confuses you and you're like, well, shit, you know. So there's a few glitches that happen in the remasters with the photo mode, causing certain changes in what you're seeing. Hey there, Ronnie. How's things? Ronnie, how's the raiding of tombs going? Not too badly. Managed to locate one of these serpent stones that I needed. It was behind a waterfall. Lara's now in the South Pacific Islands, and there's 3 locations the game lets you choose the order of in which you do them. So I've done the other 2, and this is the one that I left till last. And then after this level are the final levels of the game. You're doing well. Just getting ready for bed. You'll do your usual overnight lurk. That's excellent, Ronnie. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Ronnie, you have 585,000 channel points. That could be so many Bane impressions. Oh yeah, imagine. That's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot of points. I won't show the insides of every single hut, but just to give a basic overview of what they look like in both versions. Ronnie, have a good night. Maybe I'll see you when you wake up. Have a good stream. Thank you, Ronnie. I definitely will. This will be a split stream today, so I'm hoping to get at least the first level done of the South Pacific Islands before the stream ends, and then the rest in the second. Or if I can, two in one and then two in the next, because there's 4 levels in total in the South Pacific Islands. But I hope you have a good one, Ronnie. Thanks for being here, dude. Would like to highly recommend people check out Dr. Ronnie's channel if you haven't before. He did a little bit of a stream of Skull and Bones, sailing around, causing mischief, singing sea shanties, and he highly recommends the game if you're feeling sick. It's a good game to put a lot of hours into if you're not feeling well, and then when you feel better, you won't want to play any more of it. He's also playing games like Red Dead Redemption 2. He wears a hat when he's streaming, and he changes what hat he's wearing depending on the game as well. So when he's playing a pirate game, he wears a pirate hat. If he's doing a Red Dead Redemption game, he's playing with a cowboy hat. So highly recommend. You have a good night, Ronnie. Thanks for popping in, and thank you for leaving the lurk too. Grail, welcome on in. Thank you so very much for the raid. Thank you very much. How's things going for you? Welcome on in. Hope you had a great stream of Outriders. I'm doing good, Grail. Things are going well. Things are going good in the game as well. On the first level of the South Pacific Islands, I've only got this region to do, and then it's off to the final levels, which I'll be tackling on Monday next week. But yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Ronnie, thank you for the shout out. You're almost feeling well enough to go back to Black Flag. Nice. Well, that's good. It'll be good to see you get back to that awesome pirate game. Thank you so much for being here, Ronnie, and no worries at all for the shout out. It was good? Excellent. That's great, Grail. I'm glad. That's awesome that you had a good stream. Welcome to everyone. I'm playing through the remasters, and this is Tomb Raider 3. And as I'm going through the games, I'm switching between graphics in photo mode to showcase various different changes and things like that. Sometimes I do it in gameplay as I'm doing things, but right now we're just looking at some of the other places in this part of the area and just showing the differences between the remaster and the new, and the old, I mean. There we go, this will be a better angle. I'm also showing the differences between what the enemies and the animals and all that kind of stuff look like between the two versions as well. But if I've already shown the difference between an enemy in both graphics, I don't do it every time they appear. So we've already done that for that enemy. Oh yeah, Grail, that's definitely no trouble at all. Thank you again for the raid, and I really hope that you have a great sleep. Thank you so much, and thank you. I definitely will have a great night. I'll be streaming again later, looking to finish these levels in 2 streams worth. Um, so yeah, chances are that you might. Thank you again. I hope you have a good one. Oh my God, you wouldn't credit that, would you? Like, this is one of the things that people who haven't played these old school games in the series will also find is that sometimes something that looks safe to land on because it looks the same kind of angle as other stuff that you've safely landed on. In some parts of these games, that isn't always the case. Like, there's even parts of the games where the game tells you that if you hold the walk button down, that Lara won't go off the edge of something, but there's actually some games where that isn't entirely true for every single thing in the games that you can walk on. Sometimes Lara will even walk off the edge of something even when you hold down the walk button. So it might have looked like from that angle that I could have made that jump in the way that I did it. But sometimes there's also an invisible barrier that buffers around certain things that misleads you. See, like, notice how when Lara jumped, she sort of like, there was something that made her slightly move as she was going through the air. That's what made me fall the last time. I just didn't jump past it right. Then, of course, there's switches where it's very hard to see. I mean, you can see that clearly in the old school graphics, whereas in the new, it's kind of hidden. So there's things like that too. Make you think, where the hell am I supposed to go? Then you realize, oh, the button was camouflaged. give an up-close shot of these. This is the best lighting I can get in the old school graphics. In the new graphics, I mean. In the movie, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, one of the traps that Indiana Jones must get through in the end of that movie is a blade trap, similar to that, except there's blades going horizontally and vertically as well that he has to get through. Okay, so there's a cutscene coming up, and I'm going to showcase the same cutscene in two different graphics modes. Switch to old school graphics, make a save here, and then showcase the cutscene, and then when that's done, go back to the save that I made, and then change the graphics to the new one.
Not interrupting, am I?
Not bleeding, are you? Not about to use this place as a dunny?
No, and no.
Good. Good. Just don't want any fly-carrying visitors in here.
Right, I understand. What happened?
Woke up in the jungle with one of those little blokes snacking on my leg, didn't I?
A tribesman? It isn't usual for them to eat right off the bone like that.
Well, it was dark, and I never got the bugger, so I can't be sure. Something spooky is in that jungle. Our air carrier crashed up in the mountains. Every night some of my men would vanish without trace. Others fled in fear. Then this happened. So I brought the men down to shore for safety, only for us all to be captured by this greedy mob. Some sort of sacrifice to their god who lives up in the hills. So it seems I've not been invited to the barbie.
Maybe you're the dessert. Ripe flesh can be a bit of a delicacy around here.
For real?
Listen, we'd better get you out of here. Do you know how the tribe crossed the swamp down there? Which stones they tread on?
Yeah, but I'm staying put. With this wound, I'd be like a fill-up station to every diseased bug in the bush. I'd rather be the main course at the real feast. Hey, if you see any of my men alive in there, direct them to the North Shore, will you? Away from here.
Of course.
Alright, that's the old school version of that situation. Now to reload the save, change the graphics to the new, and then play it again. Hey Code, another 7 kilogram stew pot is done. Should have a few suppers for this week. Hell yeah, that sounds good. Code, that's awesome that you got that all prepped for yourself to have. Have it all lined up and all ready.
Not interrupting, am I?
Not bleeding, are you? Not about to use this place as a dunny?
No, and no.
Good. Good. Just don't want any fly-carrying visitors in here.
Right, I understand. What happened?
Woke up in the jungle with one of those little blokes snacking on my leg, didn't I?
A tribesman? It isn't usual for them to eat right off the bone like that.
Well, it was dark, and I never got the bugger, so I can't be sure. Something spooky is in that jungle. Our air carrier crashed up in the mountains. Every night some of my men would vanish without trace. Others fled in fear. Then this happened. So I brought the men down to shore for safety, only for us all to be captured by this greedy mob. Some sort of sacrifice to their god who lives up in the hills. Though it seems I've not been invited to the barbie.
Maybe you're the dessert. Ripe flesh can be a bit of a delicacy around here.
For real?
Listen, we'd better get you out of here. Do you know how the tribe crossed the swamp down there? Which stones they tread on?
Yeah, but I'm staying put. With this wound, I'd be like a fill-up station to every diseased bug in the bush. I'd rather be the main course of the real feast. Hey, if you see any of my men alive in there, direct them to the North Shore, will you? Away from here.
Of course.
There we go. So 2 Australian slang words were used. Dunny and Barbie. Dunny means toilet and Barbie is short for barbecue. There's some people that still use those terms for toilet and stuff, but it's not something that I personally call a toilet. A toilet to me is a toilet. I don't call it a dunny. Not that I tell people when I'm going to the toilet, but if I was to tell someone I wouldn't say I was going to go to the dunny or ask where is the dunny or something. I'd be like, where is your toilet? If I'm visiting someone's place that I've never been to before. Okay, so he actually gives us a map. There's been a change in the sky. I'm actually curious in the remaster to see what they make the map look like. Pretty much the same as in the original in terms of like detail. Like yeah, you can see the crosses a bit more, as in like not the black, not the red X's, but the crosses that you can see better in the remastered version. In the original, they're just dots. I want to show the differences to all this stuff between the two graphics ahead of time. That way I can just keep on playing through when Lara gets to this point. there's certain things that won't trigger until we get to the area, which I want to showcase as well between the two graphics. But this is the environmental stuff, and some stuff there like the dinosaur and the dude who's dead. Hello, Mama Ara. How's it going? Showcasing the differences between the two graphics. Photo mode for this remastered version has just been so cool. It's also good to use to scout ahead the area. Also good to see if the way that you've gone, or rather the way that you think you might need to go, is actually the way you need to go and stuff. I won't rely on it when I'm doing other playthroughs of this, but for this remaster playthrough, it's good to take advantage of and showcase as well. It's windy where you are, is it? Oh, I see, Mama Ara. Well, hopefully it's going in the direction of good. As for me, I'm doing well. Having a good Monday. Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. Don't know why I thought it was Monday again. Although, still being awake when one day passes into the next can definitely have that effect sometimes. But yeah, I'm doing well. Mapping it out is a good idea. It is. Unfortunately, though, there's some parts I've found in the remasters where if you go into photo mode, it is misleading because some of the locations and all the aspects of it don't get shown in photo mode. Like, for example, there was a room that you fill with water. And when I went to look at it in photo mode, water was in it. When I got to the room, however, in gameplay, there was no water in it. So sometimes it can be misleading with the photo mode. So there we go. That's a showcasing of the different graphics for all of those areas that are coming up. I will be switching back and forth again when we get to those spots because, as I said, there's some things that don't trigger until you get there that I want to actually show. Mamara, some days just feel like Monday, lol. Anything new going on? Lol, the switcheroo. Well, that's true as well. You know, sometimes a day can feel like Monday, especially if it's like a day that, you know, it might be a boring day or it might be a day where everything seems to go wrong or anything like that, you know. Um, but yeah, as for anything new going on, nothing too exciting, nothing too different than what I normally do. But things are going good though. Having a good year so far. Here's a dinosaur that's actually running around and breathing. Mama Ara, boring consistency is better than chaos. Well, that is true as well. There's always an opposite thing that can be bad. Or worse. Mama Ara, alright, just popping in to say hi. Gonna lurk and nap a bit. That's okay, Mama Ara. Thank you so much for stopping in and for chatting for a little bit. I really hope that you have a great sleep. And thank you so much for leaving the lurk as well. That's muchly appreciated too. So these NPCs here, if you shoot at them, then they'll become your enemies. But if you don't, then they'll help you out. They can also die, of course, from the dinosaurs. So if you do want to help them out by shooting the dinosaur, you need to be careful of where Lara actually aims. But you could also be an asshole to them and kill them and take their ammo. You can also do that if you wish. when the camera stops moving like this, I know that the dinosaur that you can't see at the moment will die. For those who don't know, in these old school Tomb Raider games, there's no manual aiming, except with certain weapons in games like Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation, and Tomb Raider 5, Chronicles, and I think in Angel of Darkness as well, maybe. But at least in the first 3 games, any weapons that Lara has, there's no manual aiming with it. It's all auto aiming. If you hold down the button after the enemy is locked onto, it doesn't matter where they go in the environment. As long as you hold that button down, the camera will still track where they are, so that when they come back into Lara's field of view, she'll start shooting again. Damn it. Fucking hell. I had a feeling that was gonna fucking happen. Damn it. Oh, may as well kill these guys now. May as well. I'm not going to reload the save and then have to do all that shooting on the dinosaur again. Just take the fucking L on the forehead and let's just fucking continue. I think it's dead now, is it? Yep. In the original version, that being a health crystal would have come in really handy here, so I wouldn't have to use a health pack, of which I currently have 43 small ones and 18 large packs, but I don't want to use any of those. You asking me to use one of my 43 small medipacks? I'll have to eventually though, because there's a part here with quite a few dinosaurs to deal with. So that bridge, if you try to go across it, you'll fall down into the water. And if you haven't dealt with the piranhas by putting the dinosaur down there, the piranhas will go and attack you. Alright, game. I have to use one of my large medipacks. It's going to leave me with not many left afterwards, but I'll use one. Hello, Ryu. How's it going, dude? That's an excellent review. I'm glad to hear that you're going well. Looks like I'm going to be able to make getting through the two South Pacific Island levels in one stream. But when I do, I'm not going to start level 3 and then potentially stop the stream halfway through level 3, or finish level 3 and then only have level 4 of South Pacific Islands left and then start Antarctica, because I'd rather finish South Pacific Islands in total today, do 2 levels in this stream, and then do 2 levels in the next stream later on, and then next Monday finish the game by doing all 4 Antarctica levels in one stream. So we're almost through this second level, and once we get through it, I'm going to end the stream. Hello, Gamer Loop. Welcome. How's it going for you? You're going really good. That's excellent, Gamer Loop. Glad to hear that. As for me, I'm doing really good. Gonna be ending the stream pretty soon. This is the second level in the South Pacific. There. This is the second level in the South Pacific Islands. There's 4 in total, but today's Tuesday, and I do a split stream, so I wanted to do these 2 levels, and then when I come back later, I'll be able to do the other 2. But yeah, it's going really good. There's going to be a cutscene that we're going to see. So I'm going to switch to old school graphics, do it, and then reload that save and then do it in the new graphics.
Is well for you, me fasting this day. You make plenty good flesh pot.
You forget. I might be quite hungry myself. Famished, actually.
Ugh.
Why did your ancestors flee from Antarctica so suddenly?
Oh. Kuma, bad place. Plenty flesh. But for the price of evil, mutilation, the 6th leader, Mauki, were born without a face. Terrible stones. Men afraid. Run! Set curse of Maoki on the land. No one good enough.
But you still worship it?
White fella later come here with magic Kuma stone. In a day, we celebrate the death of him. The Feast of Smile.
One of Darwin's sailors. Poor fool. Where's the stone now?
He lucky fella that kill you. A plenty merry like you.
I'll be sure to point that out to him.
Okay, so that was the old school graphics version of that scene. Yeah, Gamer Loop. So the time is going to work out well because after these levels are done, the only levels left are in Antarctica, and there's 4 of those. So I'll be finishing them off next Monday, because Wednesday I'll be getting back into Assassin's Creed Mirage to continue my permadeath mode run, and then Thursday I'm going to be starting the game that will actually replace Tomb Raider 3 when it's finished, but I want to make a start on it this week. So Thursday and Friday will be a surprise game. And then when I finish Tomb Raider 3, that surprise game will actually also happen on the days that Tomb Raider 3 was as well. It's been really good to play these remasters. And so next Monday I'll be finishing it off.
Is well for you, me fasting this day. You make plenty good flesh pot.
You forget. I might be quite hungry myself. Famished, actually.
Ugh.
Why did your ancestors flee from Antarctica so suddenly?
Oh. Kuma, bad place. Plenty flesh. But for the price of evil, mutilation, the 6th leader, Mauki, were born without a face. Terrible stones. Men afraid. Run! Set curse of Maoki on the land. No one good enough.
But you still worship it?
White fella later come here with magic Kuma Kuma stone. In a day, we celebrate the death of him. The Feast of Smile.
One of Darwin's sailors, poor fool. Where's the stone now?
He lucky fella that kill you. A plenty merry like you.
I'll be sure to point that out to him.
Okay, so make a save. And then exit to the main menu. Okay, so this is the first stream for Tuesday finished. Wanted to get those 2 levels done. The next stream, because I'm finishing and have plenty of time and extra time now, because I wasn't sure how long it would take me to get through those 2 levels. Granted, I did end up skipping a lot of areas that were like areas where secrets were and things like that to cut off the amount of time that it would take, because I wanted to get 2 levels done in one stream. So now that we've done that, but much earlier than I expected, I'm going to use that earlier than expected to go and do some things that I wanted to get done. So I'm going to be back in quite a long time though. Let's see. So let's see. It's going to be a very long break. Alright, so I'm going to be back in 2 hours and 15 minutes with the next stream of Tomb Raider 3. Understandably, that's a long time, so if people watching now have to go and can't come back to see the next stream, then that's completely fine. Thank you so much for watching this stream. The next stream, if you end up missing it, it will be in the past broadcasts, so be able to check that out. And I will be exporting these streams to my YouTube channel as well, which there's a link to that here in that command. And when it's Wednesday for me, I'll be playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. So if you happen to miss the next stream of Tomb Raider 3 and you see me streaming Assassin's Creed Mirage, then you know it's become Wednesday here. But I just want to thank everyone for watching this stream. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back in 2 hours and 15 minutes with some more Tomb Raider 3. Just want to give some shout outs before I go though. Would like to highly recommend people check out Dr. Ronnie, who did a stream of Skull and Bones recently, just to sail around and do some ship battles and listen to some sea shanties and stuff. He's not actually doing like a full playthrough on stream of that, but he would like to get back to games like Black Flag and continue playing through that. Also a fan of games like Red Dead Redemption. He wears a hat when he streams and he changes what hat he's wearing depending on the game. Also highly recommend checking out Grail. Has been doing some Outriders, also plays No Man's Sky as well. Mr. Gote does games like Mortal Kombat 11, Hunt Showdown, the Dead Space games, Ghost Recon, and the Dark Pictures series by Supermassive. Shitterlock is playing through games like Dead by Daylight. He's also a fan of Assassin's Creed, playing through those games. Also doing a Assassin's Creed Unity 100% run for its 10th anniversary. He's also a fan of the supermassive horror games, the Dark Pictures series as well. Also highly recommend checking out Shaky. He's been playing through Deus Ex Human Revolution. Just want to thank everyone so much again for watching. I really do appreciate that. I'll be back in 2 hours and 15 minutes with some more Tomb Raider 3 to finish off the South Pacific levels. And after that's done, the next stream you'll see from me would be Assassin's Creed Mirage. However, I'll be back with Tomb Raider 3 in 2 hours and 15 minutes.